So this is what I'm working on, making a little gauge cluster. So we have the boost gauge, and then we have the air fuel ratio gauge. I'm using one of my old gauge clusters, one of the ones that go right there. I had to make these metal plates for them to go onto. I tried drilling into the clear plastic, but it just cracked immediately on both sides, no matter how gentle I was. So I made these little plates real quick. I just traced out the old plastic and then cut it out, and then used a hole saw to drill a 2-inch hole. And then on the back I used, for this one, the factory little mount it comes with worked pretty well. It just bend out the tabs a little bit, add the 2 nuts, and it holds it in place very securely. This one came with the plastic one that I managed to mess up. I cut it too short and then it wasn't secure, so I had to make one. Made one out of aluminum real quick, and it worked out pretty well. They're pretty secure. Might add some Loctite. Here is the factory gauge cluster. We have the oil and the oil temp stuff, and then we have the boost. I assumed the plug was going to be the same. As you can see, that this is the connector, and then that's the connector end. I mean, that's the female end, I guess. And then on the non-turbo, or I guess this was from a turbo, just an earlier one, it comes with this connector. So I figured, hey, I'll just wire up all those connectors to this and then plug it straight into that. It turns out they're going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to have to go cut these, and then I'm going to go buy a harness connector, some universal ones from Radio Shack. And I'm going to use that because I want this to be able to be unplugged and plugged back in, and I don't want to use spade connectors for this situation. It's a whole lot needed to use a connector like that one right there. You see this one? And we have the stereo out. We have my gauge. So I already tested everything with the handy dandy multimeter. As you can see, the green one here, green one with the red spots on it, that one is the main ignition power. Black is ground, and then the red with the green stripe is illumination. So you can use that for the dimmer. I might not use the dimmer function and just keep it all the same all the time. I usually don't use the dimmer. I didn't use it for the stereo. I didn't use it for, I never use it. So I might just leave it out. But on this, on the boost gauge that I have, it does change color day and night depending on how you wire it. But I think I might just leave it red all the time. It's less, I mean, it's not a lot of any more work really, but yeah, I don't really care for the changing or the dimming. So we're gonna cut this. So we have plenty of loom, so we can cut this like here and then still save this connector just in case, and still have enough room to reattach it in the future if I ever wanted to. But sadly we can't just plug and play like I planned. So this kind of sucks. You can see they're pretty off center here. That one's a little too low, and that one's a little bit too far to the right. But that's kind of weird because they're really well centered in the housing, and when I centered them, they're right in the middle. But let me show you when I take it out. On second thought, I think I'm going to just leave it. This is fairly easy to get to, so I'll end up fixing it in the future. For right now, I'm just gonna put it in. I don't want to have to go buy any more metal. These two pieces I used, you can see they're pretty messed up because they're just scrap. I found them in a scrap bin. Alright guys, we're all done. I got the air fuel ratio gauge in and the boost gauge in. Right now it's reading negative 20 something inches of mercury. And it goes up to around like 3 or 4 psi on this tune LC. I'm sure it'll go up more once I'm actually driving it, but yeah, all that's left to do is actually plug in the wideband. It's all routed through to the engine bay already. You have to build the downpipe and weld on the bung for the wideband and the factory O2, and I'll be set. It looks pretty good. matches red, orange, red, red switches, red stereo, red voltmeter, and then we got the orange, red, dash. So everything matches pretty well. Looks pretty good. Yeah, this was a pain. It was a pain getting it back in here. The cluster to line back up took me like a little over 20 minutes. That sucked, but happy to be done. I don't want to do any more wiring for a long time. I'm sick and tired of it, honestly. I did the stereo, all the switches, that. I'm done. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.